Hi everybody. We're going to focus today on how to use Teams. Really encouraging everybody to move from Slack to Teams as it's a little easier enterprise wide for us, and as well it'll get us all on one communication platform. To start with, over here on your left side you kind of have a toolbar. We're going to start with activity. Activity will show you some of your recent conversations or unread conversations. What I want you to focus on this page is the settings cog. This settings cog here will allow you to control such things as the color of your teams. It'll allow you to control the notifications that you receive. It'll also allow you to control the settings on what devices during a web conference or phone call that you'll be able to use. You can also do that right in the call as well, but if you'd like to set up your defaults, you can do it in settings. The next one to focus on is our chat window. Our chat toolbar option allows us to access any of our past chats. As well, it is important to know that you can chat and start a meeting with external users to FERC. What that means is, let's say you have a community partner that you need to have a meeting with. You generally would go and create a Zoom meeting. You don't have to do that. You can create a calendar appointment, add on the Teams meeting option, and your community partner will get a link that they can utilize to access Teams. From that point on, you'll be able to chat with them through that option and as well have that meeting that you have scheduled. So just know that that's an option once you get in here. To start a new chat, you click this little box up here and then choose the person that you're wanting to chat with. If I choose Melly, you'll see that it'll bring up my past chat history, and I'll be able to read that and access that as well. Our next option is the Teams option. This is very similar to the group chat option that you have within Slack, but it's different in a few ways. One, if I click on my on my channel or my team that I have, this is one that most all of you are part of. You're going to be able to see some interesting things here at the top. I have added, by clicking on this plus symbol and choosing website and filling in with my URL and naming it, I've been able to add in these links at the top that are easy access for each of you guys as users. For example, the internal form with the various links, for community service tracking, and you can then fill these things out right within Teams and kind of stay in one place. This is helpful if you have a lot of documents or websites that you reference on a regular basis for your team. This gives them one place to go to access those. I will call out to you that there is SharePoint as well here, and other forms such as Excel. If you've shared a document that you want to use, you can have those all at the top and easily accessible. As well, if I return back to my team page, I can start a new conversation, and if I do so, I would be chatting with all of you that are on this channel. Let's just do that. No, let's not. That'll confuse you all. So that's an easy way to communicate with your team as a whole, similar to a group chat within Slack. I'll show you how to create a new team. You go down here to join or create team. This is one of those tough ones. I always look for this and I'm always trying to find where it is. So if you can train yourself to look to the bottom left, click on this. You're going to generally want to create a team from scratch. Decide whether it's going to be private, whether anyone can join that team just by finding it and clicking on it, or if you want it to be private. Most cases you're going to want to do it private. Give a team a test. This is a test team. Click create, and once I've created that team, it's going to prompt me to add the people that I want onto that team. So in this case I could choose Carla, and I could choose Marily and add those on there. and that would allow me to have that team. Now in this case, I can manage the teams. I can add members. I personally could leave this team if I didn't want to be on it anymore, or I could edit the team. In this case, I'm going to delete the team so that it's not on there bothering everybody and myself when I see it. You can also click down here on the cog, and from here you can do a few things. You can do some of what I just showed you, leave the team, add members on here, but what I want to show you is this little eye. If you click on it, you notice how it disappeared over here and is under hidden teams. Let's say you get added to a few teams that you don't use often. Feel free to hide those, right? So you don't have a whole list here that you don't want to be bothered with. The next option is our calendar option. This is a powerful tool for me, and I enjoy using my calendar out of Teams. This will replicate and look exactly like your calendar in Outlook. So if you have a meeting on that calendar in Outlook, you'll have it here on your Teams meeting. I like working from here because I can click new meeting. It's already going to have the Teams meeting attached to it, so I don't have to add that like I would in Outlook. I can go ahead and schedule this meeting, add my required attendees, just like I would in Outlook an appointment or meeting. Once I save that, it's going to save here on my Teams calendar, and it'll also be on that Outlook calendar. I can also go to any meeting that is a Teams meeting and start that meeting from here by clicking join. Going to calls, this is just a quick place where I can start another call. You'll notice that Teams has various redundancy as to how you can start a call. Files is interesting. It's something I use. Have you ever tried to find a file you knew you opened in the last couple of weeks, but you just can't seem to find it in Excel? You can't find it in Word. You can't find it in your files. Here, if you go to recent, you're going to see all of the Microsoft files that you have opened generally in the last couple months. Super helpful if you're trying to struggle find a file. Come to Teams, look at recent. If I go to the Microsoft Teams here, this will be anything that was actually shared with me through Teams. Downloads, I can go and open my downloads folder, and then I can access my OneDrive folder as well from here, making this a simple place to work in. I can also add additional apps. Right now, I would say that the only one that some of you might use is Planner. By clicking on the Planner app, you see it will open up here any of my tasks that I have outstanding. For example, this one is coming up or outstanding. I can manage it here and click it as complete. So know that you have that option as well. And there's various apps that you can add. So that's just some overview of using Teams. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, if you're struggling, if you just feel like you don't like it compared to Slack, let me know, and let's practice together and work on that and get you comfortable so that we can all move off of Slack and get onto one platform and make our communication a little streamlined. Hope you have a great day. Take care.